All right. On ESPN.com, they have columns.
It's called Grantland.
It's called
There's
Grantland.
a section called
Yeah,
Grantland.
there's a section
Trying
called,
to bring
that's
back
the word I was
old-time
looking for, a
writing.
section. They have a section called Grantland. And there's a writer for Grantland named Charles P. Pierce, and he had a very interesting take on Peyton Manning today. Let me read you a quote. He says Peyton Manning should retire right now for his own good. And here's the final paragraph from his column. It's time for Peyton Manning to retire. God knows he has nothing left to prove to anyone. He's thrown for 70,000 yards, and he's a first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback. Right now, his fingertips are numb, and he can't get out of anyone's way on the field. Peyton Manning is gambling against fearsome odds. In other words, he's gambling with his own health. Is Pierce making a good case, or you think he's just trying to be dramatic?
Well,
here?
let's address a couple of issues. His fingers are numb. They were numb when he threw for a record 55 touchdown passes. So what's the difference between that and now? Can't get out of anybody's way. He never's been able to get out of anybody's way. I pointed this out before. A famous New York Giants lineman told me the two easiest guys in the world to sack are Peyton Manning and Tom Brady because they just fall down.
Right.
Rather, they fall down to
live to play another day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That if you want, they're not going to be Roethlisberger. They never have been. Neither one of them ever been. Josh McDaniels, when he was here, told me that they told Tom Brady never to run because he can't run. When was the last time you saw Tom Brady run other than
Rarely.
4th and 1 at the goal line? He likes to go in on a quarterback sneak and spike them all. That's what he likes to do. So Peyton Manning, Charlie Pierce is my friend. He used to be on Around the Horn. Every time I go to Boston, he and I hang out before the games. Charlie Pierce is the smartest sports writer, but he's not really a sports writer. I like to think of myself as a writer writing about sports. Charlie Pierce is really it. He knows the Manning family. He loves Peyton Manning. I can tell you that about him. He is trying to be protective of Peyton Manning. But I don't know of any quarterback who's ever been a great quarterback that's ever quit in the middle of the season. Can anybody tell me? Somebody out there tweet me some quarterback that went, I quit. Cal Orton quit at the end of the season.
Some people would say Jay Cutler has quit in the middle of many a game.
Sure, but I'm talking about literally. Peyton Manning's not going to quit. He is enjoying this. I can tell you, he is enjoying this challenge to figure it out. I think, based on what I've been told, that this is going to be it for him. That what this season has told him is he doesn't want to go on.
I have no doubt. I've been leaning that way the last couple of weeks
He can't deal with. Mentally, he can deal with the game. It says John Elway told me when he walked off that course on the peninsula where Pebble Beach is, playing in a golf tournament, and I said, "What are you going to do, John?" And he said, "I'd love to come back, but I can't do it anymore." It is such a tough thing to realize you can't do it anymore. So he's going to play out this year. He's going to figure this out. He's going to do, but when you say he can't get out of anybody's way, he never was able to get out of anybody's way. His fingers have been numb. I think they're going to go back to more of his offense in the warm weather, at least in the warmer weather, indoors, and let Peyton Manning's offense until they figure out Peyton Manning is not the problem. It is the offensive line that's the problem. It's the offense that's the problem. It's Demaryius Thomas has been the problem. The tight ends have been the problems. So
I know
Charlie's wrong.
I know you're friends with Charles, and I know he's a great writer. I read him all the time, and I have great respect for him. I think what he was doing here was jumping on a hot story. Whenever you can write about Peyton Manning, it's going to get some views. It's going to get some clicks.
No, that's not
Charlie. I think him calling for Peyton to retire right now was a little bit for shock value.
No, that's not Charlie.
But
I'm just telling you. I know,
but it feels to me, as a guy who doesn't know him, it just felt to me that way when I read the piece. And I'll bow to what you're saying here. I'm just telling you that's the way it felt to me. You could talk me out of it, but that's the way it felt.
Well, I was trying to,
and Peyton is not going to retire right now. They're 2-0. They're a Super Bowl contender. Peyton wants to do one thing. He wants to win at football. He's here for the.
No, he wants to do several things.
Well, right now he wants to win it.
Family.
Right now he wants to win at football, because I agree with you. I think this will be his final season.